What is up, you guys? I got you with a different camera angle again. Alright, let's get this thing going. We are in for a beautiful commute home today. Beautiful. Finally set. Let's get going. What a nice day. Holy crap. I'll tell you what, there's not much better than getting off a day of work that was not the greatest and getting onto this thing. It is a crisp 80 degrees, and it's the type of 80 degrees with low humidity, so it feels wonderful out. Oh man, I think he's chucking rocks all over. Look how dusty it is up there. Not this guy, but there's a guy way up there. Oh my gosh, they feel like little bullets. Dude, really? Oh, that's better. Poor thing probably got like rock chips on it or something. Time for the sound check of the day. Hopefully my backpack microphone picks it up. It's good. Not 210 V4 good, but it's definitely pretty spicy sounding. Today we're going to discuss where different naked bikes should live in their spaces. So you have your entry-level naked bikes, you know, the CB500s and the MT-07s and all that. You have your middleweights, which are like the MT-09, the Duke 890, the Duke 990, all that stuff. And then you have your heavyweights, or your, I guess, super nakeds or hyper nakeds, like the MT-10, the Gixxis 1000, and then you have the more premium, the 210 V4, Streetfighter V4, the Super Duke 1390, all that stuff. Well, where do they belong? Because, I mean, I posted a bunch of shorts, actually. And on a lot of those, people are like, man, this is great and all, but my MT-10's the best. My MT-10's better than everything. My MT-10 can do this. My MT-10 is the best bike ever. And while I agree that the MT-10 is a great value for money, it is probably one of the best values for money in a naked bike. I don't think it's the best. I actually think it's pretty far from the best, and you can see that in any motorcycle test. Now, if you get the MT-10 SP with the adjustable suspension, it's definitely getting toward the upper end of the naked bikes, but for it to be compared to the likes of this, the Tuono and the Super Duke, I don't think it belongs there. Yes, the sound, great sound. Doesn't have the power, doesn't have the braking, doesn't have the suspension, therefore doesn't have the handling. It's just not made. It's made for a hooligan. It's made to wheelie, like everybody uses it for. It is not made for really anything else. I mean, granted, you can commute on it pretty well because it has cruise control, it has the creature comforts, but it's not going to outbrake this. It's not going to outhandle this. It's not, sound-wise, I do think the Crossplane 4 is one of the best, so I do agree that it'll sound better than this, but that's all, again, personal preference at that point. I don't know, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way whenever someone says that all of a sudden their MT-10's the best, whenever factually it's not. And I am all for someone loving their bike and, loving what they own. I mean, heck, why else would you buy it? I completely agree that you should love the motorcycle that you own. But factually speaking, that's not top tier naked bike. You can go over any test. I mean, the ZH2 included. ZH2, tons of fun, just like the MT-10. Sound, amazing. Supercharger sound, I mean, the thing is awesome. However, it's not going to hang with anything like this because of its weight, suspension, all that stuff. It's not really meant for... Really? Not going to wave to me? Again, ZH2, awesome bike. Can make oodles of power. We'll beat this thing on the highway any day with some mods. It's just not going to compete in the handling department. It's just not. I just think they serve different purposes. You can get quite a few different naked bikes and own them all at once and still use them for different things. Like for me in particular, I think my future bike to get is the ZH2 to use for commuting, because it's a Japanese reliable bike that has potential for crazy power and doesn't need to be insane at handling. You know, it has the electronics for it, but it's just the way that it handles its weight and everything. It's not really made for too many corners compared to these. To me, I see it as bringing a butter knife to a surgeon and saying, use this. A surgeon wants a scalpel. This is a scalpel. The proper instrument for the proper job. Now, can I use this to its potential? No, I probably can't even come close. But it still feels a heck of a lot better than the other ones, at least in my opinion. And the track times do show that. Now, trust me, I'm not on some high horse. In my rant back there, I said plenty of things that would discredit this as being, you know, the perfect bike. However, I do still think it's one of the best. For any of you new viewers that have joined that either like motorcycles, don't have one, have a motorcycle and just like them a lot, feel free to drop a comment below with what you guys ride around and what you prefer. Like, what's your dream bike? Because this has always been my dream bike, so that's kind of why I'm talking so highly of it. Feel free to drop a like if you like the discussion, like the commute, like the weather. I mean, what's not to love? I wonder how many people when I'm riding think that I'm like making hand gestures to them, but realistically it's just me talking to you guys. Never really thought about that. People probably think I get mad at them or something. This person's going pretty good, they're just not going as fast as I would want. I will say, leaving a desk job and coming out to this thing in the parking lot is one of the best feelings ever, especially on a beautiful day. That just adds to it. For those of you that watch my videos regularly, thank you guys so much again for the support. Really appreciate it. Really looking to grow this to more than I ever imagined. Woo! 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 My backpack caught air. Sorry for all my woos, just having fun. The bike cooled down, now it's gonna warm right back up again. I'm probably gonna jinx it, but it was leaking out of the V for like the longest time. I like mopped it up with a towel basically, just soaked it, cleaned it with some brake clean, and I have not had it drip onto the cover yet. So like signs of the water pump going and then it went away. So I don't know how to treat that. Well, that was pretty uneventful, but you know what, that's okay. I'd like to run into a car. No, not that. I'd like to meet a car on the road someday that like would dust this thing, because I think that would be really cool to watch. Just me giving it my all and having it just walk by me. I mean, granted, it would take quite a car, but I mean, there's definitely a lot of cars that can do it. Like even a Tesla Plaid would probably be able to be honest, or at least it'd be close. Especially with my fat butt on the seat. You know, lighter riders, these things are pretty freaking fast, but with me, probably mediocre at best. Oh, this turn is brutal. Alright, let's get up to speed here. Alright, let's get our daily event, baby. What a ripper. Oh my gosh. Ooh, must be a little warm. It's popping a lot. Oh, they have a dare plate. That's sick. I want one of those. Too bad they don't make them anymore. It sounded so good. Let's get some gas. The daily occurrence with this friggin' thing. Wait for it, wait for it. 93, as always. Smells yummy. How far did we go? 2.6 miles. Or 2.6 miles. 2.6 gallons. And 62.6 miles. Are you freaking kidding? This thing is averaging like 24 miles per gallon. Right? Am I doing my math right? The editor will correct me if I'm wrong on my math, which I probably am. Ooh, a nice cold tank. Not much better. Wow, this front really brakes well. Ooh, I started in second. That was not planned. There we go. First will be a little better. Oh, this thing really had the torque to do that? I barely gave it any throttle. That's awesome. I guess with my sprocket change, it kind of makes a bigger difference for that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this absolutely beautiful ride home from work today. As always, I hope you all have an awesome day, and I'll catch you on the next one.